Hello, my nerds, and welcome to your daily dose of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void! Today's game is going to be brought to you by the good old Extreme Masters 2016. And we have a doozy here. It is two players that you should be quite familiar with. In the bottom right hand position, somewhat bottom, I would call it bottom. You have the good old SoS as our blue Protoss. And in the top left hand corner, you have MC. Yes, MC. He is our red Protoss. So yes, it is a PvP. And we're going to see what exactly goes on here. For right now, looking at production and looking at both bases, it's pretty much a mirror build for the most part. With Ruins of Seras, it is on Ruins of Seras, if I haven't told you already. Get with the program, people. Ruins of Seras is a 4-spawn map, so you can spawn here, you can spawn here, you can spawn here, or here. So, yeah, that's a thing. So, when scouting, you have to scout everywhere to find your opponent. It is not a 2-spawn map, so that's a little bit more difficult for players, but it looks like it's pretty much a mirror build. You have 2 gateways along with the Cybernetics core, so both of them want to get out units very quickly. It is only a minute. It's going to be 2 minutes exactly when both of these gateways finish up for both players, it looks like. And you're going to see 2 stalkers on SOS's side and a mothership core on MC's side. So a little bit of a different build. 2 stalkers do come out right after, almost until the mothership core is done. SOS still has a probe in MC's base. I'm assuming it wandered up here because there was no real defense. So does MC. MC, unfortunately, will have both these stalkers to deal with. And can they catch him? Yes, they can. This probe may be first blood. We're going to see very quickly if this probe is going to be first blood. So, one more shot to this probe's cranium, he's going to explode into about 1 billion little pieces. Yes, he does get exploded, but 2 stalkers from MC are wanting to duel it out with these 2 stalkers from SOS. Let's see if either one loses a unit, and it looks like, ooh, MC does lose a stalker. And the other stalker has to back off from MC because he's outnumbered 2-1. But, yes, SOS does have a mothership core. I was going to say, where is SOS's mothership core? I was getting kind of concerned. Probe is out watching a watchtower for SOS. And it looks like the Nexus is going down for SOS. So is MC getting a Nexus at his secondary base. Sentries out for MC. I do not know if SOS ever gets, well, sentries. I highly doubt it. I don't highly doubt it. I just don't think that's going to be a thing right now. He's more focused on stalker play than anything else. And it looks like he wants to just kind of investigate. Oh, you have a Twilight Council coming up for MC. So he can get Blink. Yes, the ultimate thing, Blink. What are you doing, SOS? You can't walk right into that. That would not be a good thing. Bad MC. Or SOS, not MC. Bad SOS. SOS, you can't do that. Does escape with all of his stalkers. Ooh, I was completely wrong. He does have sentries. He has 3 of them. Unlike MC only has 2 currently, but he is getting Immortals, working on Blink. SoS just started his Twilight Council, so his Blink is going to be slightly delayed by quite a bit, it seems. Hallucinated Phoenix is coming out for MC. So basically with a PvP, you're looking at Blink play and mostly gateway play, as we call it, or you ramp your technology tree up and go for like Colossus or whatever. Back in the day with PvP, it was who has the most Colossus. Whoever had most Colossus won. No ifs, no ands, no buts. That's why I made Colossus versus what was it? Colossus versus Lurkers? Yeah, it was Colossus versus Lurkers. If you guys haven't seen that video, please go check that out. It's kind of funny. I did it with a very good friend of mine, and that would be Falcon Paladin. He also has a Starcraft 2 channel. He's a lot bigger than I am. I think he has like 2,000 some odd subs, maybe more than that. Last time I checked, it was like 2,000 subs. He may have grown since then. I'm betting he has grown since then. But it looks like MC does want to go on the counterattack and kills off that innocent little probe from SoS, just wanting to hold a watchtower for his boss. MC does have 2 Immortals, so this is going to be an interesting engagement. SoS does have the 2 Immortals as well, and it looks like the Mothership Core does want to Photon Overcharge at least one of those pylons. Doesn't Photon Overcharge the other one, and I'm assuming it's because if it's not Photon Overcharge, it's not a large priority for MC's units, so he can still warp in units. Meanwhile, MC does have a warp prism on the front lines, so you're basically allowing a warp in time like a pylon back at your base, and he looks like he just wants to warp in stalkers, and that's what both sides are doing currently. SoS is somewhat losing this fight. He does have an Immortal, unlike his competitor. He has no Immortals left, but he does lose a Nexus, and he loses the ability to warp in units here. So, the 2 probes, runaway probes. 2 probes do go down, unfortunately. But we can look at overall units killed, if I can hit the right buttons. There you go. Workers killed so far 3-1. That's nothing. That is absolutely nothing. But for right now, ooh, SoS. SoS does take out the Warp Prism, and 2 Immortals against a bunch of Stalkers. No, 3 Immortals against a bunch of Stalkers is never good. SoS does want to blink in and try to take out as many Stalkers as humanly possible. Blinks in another time and kills off 1 more Stalker for MC. So MC has done a lot, but he's lost a lot too. He did delay SOS's expansion by a lot. I think MC's expansion is gonna, maybe. No, they're both gonna go at the same time. But SOS looks like he's gonna go a little dirty and go into the Dark Shrine tech tree and get, I don't know, DTs. DTs are never a good thing when you're playing a PvP. Yes, detection is easy and it's extraordinarily cheap, but it's really hard to deal with if you don't have detection. But here comes a nice engagement for both players, but it looks like SOS is going to get the upper hand and get a bunch of force fields down, and that is never good for MC. MC cannot go through force fields, unfortunately. He doesn't have anything big enough to crush force fields. But I don't know. We're gonna see who has the bigger army supply. SOS has the bigger armor supply by 10. So Workers is 55 to 46. He's up on everything. Workers and Army. So even losing that Nexus before he could really do much of anything is not a small feat. There's a Dark Shrine, and a Dark DT is loose in the main base. Let's see. There's 2 kills, 3 kills. SOS is more looking for MC's army to pull back and deal with that DT. Another DT loose in the 3rd base. Double overcharge on those pylons. We're going to see how quickly this mothership core lasts. It's not going to be very long. Overcharge does help quite a bit with the DT problem, but it looks like DTs are still loose in the main. But it looks like SOS was kind of driven back somehow, some way. But I think that's the same DT. Same DT, 22 probes killed. SOS does have a forward pylon that is not the greatest thing on planet Earth, but because it takes forever to warp in anything at all. But warping in a couple zealots just to be kind of tanky to absorb the zealot shots of MC. If you're playing a PvP and your opponent has a handful of zealots, you're going to have to get a handful of zealots to deal with your opponent's handful of zealots. Because if you don't, those zealots are going to close in and pretty much kill you. But, what? MC, I must have missed another DT attack, because 3 probes died. So another Dark Templar came into the base and was killing off probes, and MC basically said, "Nope, I'm done," and GG'd out. So that is a classic PvP now. There's 2 forms of PvP nowadays. You can get your classic composition of Stalker, Zealot, Sentry, Immortal, and mix in a DT here and there, or whatever. Or you can go for the high tier units and have Stalkers, Disruptors, Archons, or even High Templar. So yeah, that's a thing. But there's only really 2 ways to play PvP now. It's not like Blizzard gave us another way to play PvP. Let's just say that one. Back in the day, it was one way and one way only. If you were facing another Protoss, you built Colossus after Colossus after Colossus. The more Colossus you had, the better off you were. And if you had more Colossus than your opponent, you won instantaneously. So yeah, that's a thing. But if you guys did like this cast and you want to support me, please leave a like on the video and subscribe and share the video and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next game. Bye for now.